we do one more panel, the closing panel of today, about a topic which is, of course, the mission and the theme of the event, AI accelerated decarbonization. And my simple question to you is, you already know, Rachel, do you think that AI is good for the climate or rather bad?
Well, hi, it's Rachel from Dryad. For me, AI is essential. It depends what you use it for. Really, if you use AI for just petty ads run or under some superpower for bad agenda, then it is obviously bad. But if you use AI for maximize the energy to accelerate the workflow, then yes, AI is essential for the development.
How do you answer the same question?
Yes.
It's good.
It's good.
Simple answer, short answer.
I think, what can we do, right? It's out there, and we just need to leverage it as much as possible for the goal which we have.
Henrietta, how do you see it?
We can't change, oh, wow, very loud. We can't change the fact that it's here, but I think there can be a lot of benefits to AI, a lot of benefits to the climate for AI. I mean, everyone in this room is using AI. We are accelerating massively on efficiency. So maybe it's more the answer is AI is here. How do we make sure that we use it for the benefit of the climate versus whether it's good or bad, because we can't change the fact that it's here.
Joris.
Well, we need AI, but it uses too much power. So we should be smarter with the large language models because they take too much processing, and we should also develop smarter, lower energy usage processors to run the AI, because otherwise it will use too much power.
Petra, tell us a story from your portfolio. A company in your portfolio and how they are using AI and how they use it in order to decarbonize faster than without.
Yeah, so maybe a few words. For starters, we are a climate tech fund in Venture Capital. We've been around for the last 10 years supporting founders on their missions to decarbonize, to bring positive climate impact, but first of all, building solutions, products for their customers which, meet their critical needs and deliver superior experience. And that, of course, is all powered by tech. So tech has always been important because you need to build scalable solutions so that you have impact. And of course, that links us to AI. So for instance, with our portfolio companies for the last few years, we've been always running workshops, like on an annual basis, bringing all the CEOs and CTOs to one room to allow them sharing, discussing, being very practical about what it means to deploy AI in their business models. It was generative AI a few years ago. Last year we were discussing agentic AI. So we feel this is a critical piece of the puzzle for climate tech startups. One such a startup is Taranis, for instance, in agriculture, precision agriculture. It has been an AI native startup forever, because they started with image recognition, basically taking drone images of fields and bringing insights to farmers and whoever serves them on a live level, so that they understand what's happening in the field and they can actually bring these insights in their decision making. Because of course the way how we use fields, how we use soil, what it means for the carbon out there, what it means for the environment as such, is in such a situation that we can actually make such a huge change if we do it properly, right? And they did really well, but it has always been an issue how to really deliver the insight which is actionable to the farmer, which is understandable to the farmer. And then AI, generative AI came and agentic AI came, and suddenly it is Taranis building their SLM models, bringing all these insights not only from the drones, but as well from satellites, from John Deere tractors and so on, and they distill it together, bring the insights in real time to the farmers to the retailers, to the manufacturers, basically to the whole value chain, which has been missing this piece of information to act on it properly. So it's actually amazing how, like from one year to another, this huge pool of possibilities and opportunities opens for you if you do it properly.
Henrietta, did you also bring a story from your portfolio for us?
Of course, I always do my homework. So I just changed funds. So before I was working in food and agriculture, and I just joined Supernova Invest. For anyone that doesn't know, it's a French deep tech fund. We invest from seed to growth, and I invest on the growth side in clean tech. So I think for me, when I look at my portfolio, both my old portfolio and now my new portfolio, there's two different use cases for AI. There's the AI native, AI clean tech native companies, which are, it's not that I'm my company and now suddenly, oh, how can I improve efficiency and I use AI to get that? It's like my whole company is based on AI and I am able to do things that I was not able to do without. So for example, I have companies which are creating new, what would have been historically done using chemistry in the lab. We do this experiment. Now they're using digital twins, which is amazing because firstly, it's so much quicker. We don't need to wait, especially within biotech. We would have to wait 2-3 weeks, 3 months to get the result. Now we can do it with the digital twin, and actually we only then need to test in physicality the experiments that we really think are going to work. So there's these sort of like native AI companies which are using decarbonisation in every single step that they do. And then there's the other type of company which were not particularly clean tech companies, but are using AI to improve efficiency and say, oh, actually, maybe I can do things faster, maybe I can do things with less energy. And I have multiple companies now doing that. And I think in general, any startup now that's not using AI, there's a question of why, because we can use AI to, reduce headcount, improve efficiencies, and these things will ultimately have good impacts on the climate. We can't forget, obviously, the data centers, the water use, et cetera, but these are the kind of things that I've seen in my portfolio.
Joris, I want to ask you, you are on a mission to help scale startups. You have been building companies and exiting companies. That's how we got to know each other. But you told us in our preparation meeting that you want to work only for AI native companies when you go forward. Give us a little bit the background, the context of this conclusion that you came to.
Okay. Well, first I've been serial entrepreneur for 20 years in decarbonisation, thermostats and heat pumps. And since 2 years I turned advisor to scale-ups. And what I see with the companies I work with, I'm really surprised what has changed in 20 years, how much time it took to build software, for example, and how much time it takes now. And what I see with the startups and scale-ups I help is that the ones are really successful, they don't just use AI for software, but they use it throughout the whole company, as you said, native. And so as an advisor at the moment, I support different types of companies. Some use a little bit AI, some use more AI, but going forward, also for myself to learn, keep on learning, I want to solely focus on companies who use AI natively, so throughout all the processes in the company.
And you brought 2 companies that you are working with to the Eco Summit?
Yes, so one of them is on the presentation, that's Home Zero, because they paid my ticket. Thank you, Home Zero. So I support 2 companies this Eco Summit. One's Home Zero presented, and the other one is We Positive Energy. And to keep it short, they both help homeowners, consumers to lower their energy bill in a smart way, which is actually really supporting the decarbonisation.
Rachel, you are Chief of Staff at Riot, and I understand the role is very broad. You have an overview. When did you join the company?
I joined the company about a year ago.
A year ago?
Yeah.
In this 1 year, how much did the AI change Riot as a company?
Well, within these last 12 months, AI has been changed massively in Riot. So just before, we now could consider ourselves as like physical AI company. We're not just providing the infrastructure with the sensors that detect the fire. We're also using those like ground truth data that on our cloud and have the AI that can be able to analyze the fire risk, the fire spread, that allow the operators to make decisions fast and correct. So those are the things that help to save the carbonize, because you know, despite all the effort of decarbonization, if there's one catastrophe fire happen, all of those efforts go to zero. So this is our bit of contribute to the decarbonization. Within myself, I could see myself using a lot of AI within the company to help the company from the startup, improving on the process, also supporting on the market analyzing, and also, you know, reduce, like Heather said, just help with the cut costs in the corporation and help with the cash flow.
All right.
Yeah.
Petra, for the entrepreneurs in the room, how many investments, new investments do you make every year?
2 to 3.
2 to 3.
Yeah.
And the next 2 or 3 investments, how important is AI for you to get excited about a company? What is coming your way? What advice do you give entrepreneurs pitching to you and building companies?
It's so, you know, I think it stays the same the way how we look at founders, right? So we are looking at the founders' teams, their visions, what they're up to, like what kind of problem they solve, what's the size of the market in the end, you know, like how they work with people. So, and of course we are always looking at the tech which they are using. So it is an important piece, but it's not enough, right? It feels like it's necessary to be AI native these days. So it needs to be there, but there needs to be something more, right? Because still there is the human in the loop. There is somebody who sets up the strategy, the vision, who is responsible for delivering on the results. So that remains the same, what we have been doing for the last 10 years. But of course, to keep up with the pace, that needs to have some tech base, which is being defined every day and redefined.
Henrietta, are you also on a mission to find startups that have a great product that has nothing to do so much with AI, and you think it will still be important for our future? Because some of the deep tech, some people tell me, we don't need AI for what we do. We have come so far in the past.
I think saying we don't need AI, personally, in my opinion, it's a bit like, why would you look a gift horse in the mouth? I mean, if there's a technology out there that can help you do your job quicker and be more efficient, you know, to not use it, you're just going to lose versus the competition. Personally, from an investment perspective, I'm not actively looking for an AI startup, but I'm actually really focused on commercial traction. That's the thing that I'm looking at the most. And then within that, I'm looking at a very wide range of companies in the clean tech space. But ultimately, my perspective within clean tech, climate tech is to get more people to invest in this space, we need the absolute best financial results, and then more people will come flooding in, and then we will have this flywheel, as we've seen with some of the other industries. So that's the thing that I care about the most, but there would be different people in my fund that might have a different perspective, and I'm sure different people in the industry that have different perspective.
Joris, because scaling startups is kind of your specialty, especially in energy, do you feel that the pace of growth is actually going up? Is the evolution of the companies that you are working with happening faster? Are they evolving faster?
You mean revenue-wise or just innovation-wise?
I mean, exactly revenue-wise, because if you use this great AI technology, it should be also good for the bottom line, right?
Well, in the energy market, I would say no. It's still a slow market. So,
really?
Yeah. So
even though they use a lot of AI?
Yeah, so sometimes it can go faster, but it's also faster dying. So it's, so it's a... So there's a lot more iterations and trial and error, finding the sweet spot, and that goes really fast. It's yeah, prototyping takes days now.
And what do you learn from this? I don't know whether it's a good or bad trend, or from this observation.
Well, I think it's good for the world in general, because we're developing new technologies which we need to survive as a species. But it's bad for us as humans, because it's difficult. I mean, I'm 57, but even for young people, and one of the companies I support, Home Zero, Mike, who has very high energy, you've seen on the stage, but also for him it's hard to keep up. So as a species it's difficult to keep up with all these changes, and we're maybe in the midst of it, but if you're just doing your job, then it's going too fast.
Okay, a final word from each of you to end this conference on a positive note. What haven't we spoken about, what you want to tell us, Rachel?
I think I passed.
Oh, that's shortening my time to think
to be the last.
You go last? Okay.
Yes. I'd like to think about it.
Yeah, I guess Eco Summit is a proof that people need meeting people in real. Yeah, we are here, we are still in the loop. We shall stay in the loop, and we shall, use all our smartness to develop what we have been developing for some time, which can help us do things right. Of course, there could be uses which misguide us to dark waters, which is happening, right? Unfortunately, that's humankind. But I guess as long as we have the vision out there, how to make life better for people, for everybody here, and we have tools to achieve these goals, which are getting better and better, there is a hope.
I think there's so much hope out there. I mean, AI will help us accelerate decarbonisation very, very quickly. We just need the best entrepreneurs to choose that as their mission, and to make sure, every company here should be thinking, how can I do it faster? How can I get there quicker? Because climate change ain't going anywhere.
I have a hope and a wish. Next year, Eco Summit, there will be a virtual moderator, AI, and you'll be in the room talking to everyone in person, spend more time with the people. And one positive...
I don't know if I understood this idea.
I'll explain to you later. And hopefully this virtual moderator will also have a better time tracking tool.
Okay. That message I understood for sure. Okay, Rachel.
Okay,
Feel free to criticize Jan. It's totally okay. Absolutely, I can take it.
No, I really appreciate the operation of this event. I appreciate the opportunity to have the place where basically you got everyone sharing the same mission, the same idea, to go and work for what we're aiming for is just improve, stop the climate change, and also integrate what non-stoppable AI into what help us to achieve the mission.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Cool. And my closing remark is very simple. Thank you very much to all of you. And now we are closing this panel. We are closing this conference. Thank you.